Ariana Grande, the pop sensation whose voice and presence have captivated millions around the globe, found herself thrust back into a nightmare scenario that echoed the darkest chapter of her professional life. During a high-profile red carpet event for the premiere of Wicked, For Good, in Singapore, a deranged fan breached security barriers and lunged at the singer, wrapping an arm around her shoulders in a moment that left her visibly startled and distressed. This intruder, later identified as 26-year-old Johnson Wen, was swiftly detained by security personnel after the chaotic encounter, facing charges related to creating a public nuisance. Although Wen was released pending further proceedings, the incident has sent ripples through Grande's inner circle and reignited conversations about the vulnerabilities celebrities face in the public eye. What makes this assault particularly harrowing is its profound emotional toll on Grande, who has long been grappling with the lingering scars of a tragedy that shattered her world nearly a decade ago. In 2017, during one of her electrifying concerts in Manchester, England, a terrorist bombing claimed the lives of 22 innocent fans and injured over 1,000 others, marking one of the most devastating attacks on a musical event in modern history. Grande, who was performing that fateful night, emerged not just as a survivor but as a beacon of resilience, organizing the star-studded One Love Manchester benefit concert that raised millions for victims' families. Yet, beneath her triumphant return to the stage and her chart-topping hits like Seven Rings and Thank You Next, the trauma has festered, manifesting in ways that few outside her closest confidants fully comprehend. Insiders close to the singer reveal that the Singapore incident acted as a brutal trigger for her post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, a condition that has shadowed her every step since Manchester. Ariana has been trying to soothe herself because her mind automatically jumps to the darkest possibilities, one source confided, painting a picture of a woman whose psyche is wired for hypervigilance. The sudden rush of an unknown individual toward her body, the violation of personal space on what should have been a celebratory evening, transported her instantaneously back to the chaos of that arena explosion. For Grande, who was performing with unbridled joy just moments before the blast in Manchester, such intrusions aren't mere annoyances, they're visceral reminders of mortality and malice. The source elaborated that she has never been the same since that day, her once effervescent demeanor occasionally eclipsed by waves of anxiety that crash without warning. PTSD, as mental health experts often describe, is an insidious adversary, rewiring the brain's response to perceived threats. In Grande's case, the disorder has woven itself into the fabric of her daily existence, turning ordinary interactions into potential minefields. When someone suddenly approaches or charges at her, it triggers her, almost like PTSD, as her mind immediately goes to the worst-case scenario, the insider continued. This isn't hyperbole, it's a clinical reality for many survivors of mass violence. Grande's panic attacks, which she has openly discussed in interviews and through her advocacy work, stem from a profound sense of helplessness, the knowledge that in a crowd of adoring fans, evil can lurk undetected. The Manchester attack wasn't just an external event, it infiltrated her identity, making her question the very essence of her connection with her audience. If someone was willing to attack an entire arena she was in, then they're capable of doing anything, the source poignantly noted, underscoring the existential dread that now accompanies her fame. Grande's journey with PTSD has been marked by both quiet struggles and public acts of courage. Following Manchester, she channeled her grief into healing, not only for herself but for a global community. The One Love concert, featuring collaborations with legends like Justin Bieber, Coldplay and Katy Perry, wasn't just a fundraiser, it was a defiant reclamation of joy through music. Yet, privately, the road to recovery has been labyrinthine. Grande has spoken candidly about her therapy sessions, her reliance on mindfulness practices, and the medications that help manage the flashbacks and night terrors. Songs like Breathin' from her Sweetener album serve as anthems for those battling anxiety, with lyrics that resonate deeply from her own experiences. Some days things just take way too much of my energy. The Singapore incident, however, peeled back those layers of progress, exposing raw vulnerabilities that even years of professional support couldn't fully armor against. The details of the attack itself, captured in stark clarity on video, amplify the horror. As Grande glided down the red carpet, radiant in her promotional attire for Wicked, For Good, a film that represents a pinnacle in her acting career alongside her musical endeavors, the atmosphere was electric with anticipation. Fans cheered, photographers flashed, and the air hummed with the magic of Hollywood's whimsical world colliding with Southeast Asian glamour. Then, in a blur of motion, one scaled a barricade, his intent unclear but his actions aggressive. He hurtled toward Grande, draping an arm over her shoulders in a gesture that blurred the line between fandom and felony. Her reaction, eyes widening in shock, body tensing instinctively, spoke volumes. It was the frozen moment of fight or flight, a split second where celebrity invincibility crumbles. Enter Cynthia Erivo, Grande's co-star in the Wicked franchise, whose quick thinking turned the tide. Erivo, known for her powerhouse performances in stage and screen, including her Tony-winning role in The Color Purple, didn't hesitate. She surged forward, physically intervening to pry the fan away, her protective instincts kicking in like a scene from their on-screen sisterhood. As Glinda and Elphaba's portrayers, their real-life bond mirrors the fierce loyalty of their characters, and this moment crystallized it. Security swarmed in milliseconds later, hauling one away as the crowd's cheers morphed into gasps of concern. Erivo's heroism wasn't lost on observers. It highlighted the unspoken solidarity among women in the industry, where threats can emerge from the shadows of admiration.